Finally, let us learn how the appearance of an element can be controlled using certain CSS attributes. By appearance here, we mean whether the element is visible on the page or not. There are essentially two attributes that control the visibility of an element. The first is known as visibility, right? Visibility can take one of two values. One is hidden and the other is visible. So let's see how visibility works. So let us hit preview, right? So there you see, you have our favorite div change me, which appears in the center of the page, right? So what we'll do here is we'll add a style attribute called visibility and assign it a value hidden. Let's save this and hit preview. So there you go. Our change me div is no longer visible, but guess what? It still occupies space on the page, right? So although the div itself is not visible, it is still occupying certain space on your web page. The other attribute, namely display, behaves somewhat differently. So instead of visibility hidden, let us add display none. Let's save this and hit preview. So what you see here, that our change me div is not visible, nor is it occupying any space. So this is the key difference between the visibility attribute and the display attribute. The display attribute has another function that you should be aware of. Using the display attribute, you can change the way the browser interprets a certain HTML element. For example, we had mentioned earlier that span by default is an inline element, right? What that means is that the browser will not automatically insert an empty line before and after the span element and would rather display it along with the adjoining elements, right? So the span element essentially tolerates other elements alongside. But what we've done here is we've assigned a display attribute with the value inline block. Now what that does is it forces the browser to treat span as a block element, as you can see here. Whereas if we revert to the default inline setting of span and hit preview, there you see it is treated as the inline element it usually is.